I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet, but that is Nocturnal. She's watching me. Yeah, I'm gonna need the amulet of ancestral cheetahs to get in here, but I was looking around, I was just taking a look around the area, and I spied a Daedric Prince just, watching me because she has nothing better to do. Are you gonna go anywhere, or are you just gonna... No, okay, there she goes, and I'll see you. Because this is gonna be locked. This is gonna say that I need the amulet to get in. Yep. Well, key, amulet, and so on. Was just looking around. I just wanted to see what everything was on the map. But that right here, or this right there, that's gonna be Al Shedim. That's where I need to go first. The one thing that I really care about right now is trying to find the key that gets me into the Nerntrix Matrix glitch. I'm so invested in that right now. I'm more invested in getting in there than I am in getting the Grey Cowl. You know, the whole reason that I'm playing the mod in the first place. But this is where I need to be. Al Shedim, ancestral cheetahs, and then the Grey Cowl shall be mine. I was gonna say, I saw something over there. I wasn't sure what it was. It's just a wolf, and they do... Oh, they don't detect me. They did, and then they didn't. If only I still needed their pelts, but we're past that now. I like the change in music because, I've been hearing a lot of the same tracks by now, a lot of the same desert exploration tracks. But this music is just really kind of nice and ominous and kind of creepy, and I'm gonna check each of these little basins too, just to see if there's a key. No keys, but I'm also just gonna cast Ancient Vision for good measure. Nothing, or nothing in kind of this range. What about over here? I'm suspicious, and I'm just inspecting anything that I think could hold a secret, Alright, let's head in. I've always loved the look of this ruin in particular. It's so massive, looks so cool. I'm spoiled by all the new dungeons in this. I'm just gonna sneak, or at least I'm certainly gonna try to. Which I am just gonna throw something on so I have a little bit more light, but hopefully I'm not revealing myself. Hopefully I'm not, just using a lantern that reveals me to everyone. Oh, and why did I say that? It doesn't work if I just walk into people, It doesn't work. Sneaking around doesn't work if I just run into people. Oh, I thought I was gonna get him with the sneak attack before he detected me, but no. Oh, okay. I was curious how effective the Draugr mask was. I wouldn't say that it's like night and day here. I'm just gonna favorite it so we can more easily toggle it on and off, but this is with it on, and that is with it off. So it does give maybe not the most illumination, but definitely helps to have it on. I still, to this day, don't know if quick light actually affects sneak or not. I'm convinced that it doesn't, but it very well could. Oh, I did not see you over there. Oh, he almost got behind the pillar. Before I was talking about how this made me want to replay, or not replay, but finish playing Indiana Jones, but right now the other game that this makes me want to play is Assassin's Creed Origins, because I loved getting to go through the pyramids and stuff like that. So right now that's really kind of what I want to try out when I want to go back to. Fighting skeletons isn't too bad. Sneaking around skeletons and sneak attacking skeletons, that's pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. The one thing that would be really useful for this mod is if I did have Detect Life, Detect Dead as spells, but I don't. I just don't have them on this character. And I think my magic is pretty piss poor on this character anyway. I think a lot of my magical skills are pretty bad on this one. Ooh, I heard a skeleton. Oh, there. Yep, that's why you sounded so nearby. Because you were. And, well, now you're just in pieces. Now, I realize that maybe I should be searching every single chest, but I feel like if I'm going to find the key, I feel like it's going to be in a more notable spot, or at least that's the way that I'm thinking about it logically. It's going to be in a place that kind of maybe not isn't completely missable. Maybe it's not going to be something super obvious, but I feel like it'll be maybe more ominous than just being in a random urn or chest, for instance. Oh, now we got mummies, and I am not going to get the sneak attacks. Nope. Listen, they lulled me into a false sense of security with just the skeletons. But now we're getting a little trickier. Another mummy? Yep. I had a feeling, and yep, no sneak for me. Because we had 2 locked gates, so I need to find probably 2 different pull switches if I want to continue through. I feel like the pressure plates are fairly obvious to me right now, or at least I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of noticing them, but now that I say that, now I'm going to just trip every trap imaginable. Got some Daedric letters. I didn't know if that was going to be some sort of puzzle, like if I was going to have to spin the letters around or something like that. Ooh, I'm not going to get all of them. Yep. Just skeletons, so that's fine. And a couple mummies. Now I kind of want that as a puzzle, not necessarily in this, but maybe just another mod of having to spin like a big stone circle on a wall until it's in the right position. Maybe that doesn't sound super exciting, maybe that doesn't sound super new or unique, but it's a little variation. It's something slightly different from the Nord pillar puzzles that we already have. I'm just checking this room to see if there's anything that I want. I was waiting for spiders to jump out of those little cubby holes, and I'm honestly really glad that they didn't. This is good pyramid exploration music, and I know this isn't technically a pyramid, but you know, it's just what my mind associates it with. So now one of these gates should be lowered. Not that one, so this one. Alright. Oop. I did not see you down there. I'm sorry, it's still a little dark. What can I say? Yep, I had a feeling that me poking my head over like a little gopher, he was gonna notice me. Oh, and alright. Oh, I do love how creepy it is just seeing their, like, the glow of their eyes just against the darkness of the tomb. Like, that looked really cool. Just design-wise, that looked great right there. Mummy, skeleton, what do we have? You're about to show yourself, mummy. Alright. Oh, alright. I didn't think I was going to be able to get them before they detected me, so I'm pretty happy with that one. I love the kind of blue mist. Like, I assume it's supposed to be magical, mystical, spiritual. Either way, it's just a nice kind of contrast with the very kind of more orange, brown, yellow walls. It's a little pop of color, little pizzazz. Oh, yep, I was not being careful. That is the first trap that I've set off here, and we have another. Oh god, we got another gate. Well, it was a massive ruin on the outside, so go figure it's a massive ruin on the inside. Skeletons and mummies? I don't see anyone yet. I hear them. I do hear you. Yeah, I just kind of want to sit and listen to the music. And I know it's not an original soundtrack, like there's a source for it, or rather, you know, someone else made it and it was licensed for this. But I want to know what the license is. I might look it up if it's on the mod page, if that information is available, because, you know, I'm always looking for more music for videos, for streams, and right now I'm just in love with some of the tracks for this. One thing that could have been nice is maybe if we had gotten more combat tracks for the mod, because it's a fairly minor thing. It's just, you know, me talking out loud as usual, where, you know, you go from this really nice, new, creepy, ambient track of exploring the pyramids, exploring the ruins, to we get detected by a draugr, we get detected by a mummy, and it jumps back to vanilla Skyrim combat music. And it could be really, really nice if we had something maybe a little bit more fitting tonally. Yeah, had a feeling that was just gonna open up this passageway. What I'm thinking is, from this distance, I should be able to get all of them stealthily. I wasn't even aiming for that skeleton. He just popped out of nowhere, just said, "Get down, Mr. Skeleton number 4." Oh, man. I hope someone's willing to do that for me someday. Jump in front of an arrow because someone's trying to raid my ancestral tomb. Might have been born a little too late for that, though. Is there a mummy? No, I wasn't sure what was on the other side of that chest in the center there, but that looks like a trap. Oh, it is a, not a mummy, just a skeleton. Oh, he tried to dodge it. Oh, it wasn't fast enough. That's the mummy. There they are. Oh, I ran out of orc arrows, so I tried to equip the arrow of extrication, and I can't use it because it's not time. Because I'm not ready to use it yet. Yeah, let me just loot more of my arrows along the way just to be safe. I have no shortage of iron arrows, steel arrows, but obviously those don't do as much damage as my elven, as my orcish, and so on. I really didn't remember Shedim being this big. Once again, it's probably been, what, 8, 9 years, I want to say, because I did play Cowl of Nocturnal twice. I played it once when it first came out, and then I played it another time during my original Skyrim modded playthrough. And even then it was really cool playing it those 2 times because the ending was different in the original version versus what I then played the second time around a couple years later. So now this gate here should be open, yes. Because this really hasn't been like a puzzle at all. It's just, you know, go down this pathway, pull this lever, and repeat. Oh, was I mistaken? Oh. I'm glad I said something, because now I do get my puzzle. Oh, and did you see that? He was waking up before the arrow even hit him. Talk about a light sleeper. Honestly, that's how I feel some days, honestly. A leaf rustles outside, and sometimes it wakes me, I feel. Ooh, come on, can I finish him off before he detects me? I think so. There we go. And no, I don't want to use the arrow of extrication. How much damage does it even do? It doesn't even do any damage. Stop trying to equip it. I don't need it. I don't want it. There's way better alternatives right now. Come on. Maybe I was suppressing my knowledge of the mod when I was like, oh, they need to have these rotate and blah 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 blah. So what I'm guessing is hold on. I want to see what each of these pull bars does. I'm assuming these three down here rotate the 3 discs, and then the 4th one, the top one, locks in your choice. Yes, okay. Well, my very first thought was that I wanted to match that top row of letters, but there's 4 letters and 3 discs, so I don't think that would work. I also don't think it would work because it doesn't match the symbols perfectly. I don't think, at least. Wait, nope. I just realized exactly what it is. It's the 3 previous chambers. Oh god. Okay. That's what I get for rushing. Was that an insta-kill? Yes, it was. I deserve that. I know what it is. The 3... Not gonna do that again. The 3 pillars that we had, the 3 of the giant stone discs we had in the previous tunnels leading to this, each one of those was a symbol. I need to go and write those down, and those are going to be the ones that I want. Those are going to be the ones that I need for that puzzle, which, if anything, I should have maybe thought about that previously. I should have maybe taken that into consideration before. Alright, so this is gonna be the first one. I'm drawing it just for my own sake, because if I really try to remember it on my own, I have terrible short-term memory. So that's just gonna be the worst way to do it, because then I'm gonna get it wrong, I'm gonna have to come back, and we're just gonna be here forever, you know? Alright, this should be symbol number 2. You can just hear my pen most likely because it is very loud. Alright, and that will be symbol number 3. I am not one of the people that knows the Daedric alphabet. I am not one of the people in the fandom that can write in it, that knows it. There are some people that do, the same way that there are some people who know Dovizul. I am the wrong person to ask. I could barely remember what I needed to for my Spanish classes, so if I couldn't remember a real language, the odds of me remembering a fake one, a made-up one, are a lot less likely. And that should be correct. You don't get penalized. There's no danger. There's no problem if you get it wrong. And I'm of the mindset of I don't mind when there is no penalty, when there is no punishment, but I also don't mind if there is. For something like this, I would understand if there was a penalty, if there was some sort of like fail state for getting it wrong, because the whole point is that you're supposed to be solving it the way that a thief might. Like using your cunning, using your mind. And if you just try to brute force it, then, well, you're not really being the best thief, now are you? Hello? Well, I did not mean to let go that quickly. Ben, I'm sorry. Can I call you Ben? I'm gonna call you Ben. You. Wow, you are fast. You're fast, you're tall, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ben. Can I take your shield? I can. The Shield of Yokuda gives a chance to push away the aggressor when he hits you. Ben, I will take good care of your shield, because that's a cool shield. I've wanted that shield. I've wanted that model for a while now. I was also hoping that maybe the key to Nern tricks was gonna be in there, but I do get my key to the Oasis of Mosul, which is why I came here in the first place. And okay, we get a nice easy way out as well. So now I need the Alliance of Ancestral Cheetahs amulet. It's located at the very north of the region. Let's go! Because when I read it, I still just think of Mario. And I think that's going to be directly north. I think that's going to be this area right up here. I know they've warned me that the cheetahs will just mess me up, that they'll absolutely insta-murder me, and I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to see what happens if I do try to fight them on my own. I'll save and then I'll do it. It's just going to be for science. It's just going to be to experiment. You know, things that I tell myself. And it's definitely experimentation, not just me failing to remember to put on the amulet that I need in order to progress. Alright, I hope this is it. I'm assuming this is the place to be, because I really don't have too many other locations to discover, and it did say to the very north of the region, and this is pretty damn north. Oh god. Well, I did say that I was gonna see what happened. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not bad at all. I thought the ancestral cheetahs were gonna just instantly kill me. Just one hit kill. I don't really want to fight them. Like, I don't think that's the right way to go about this, but at least I know that I can. At least I know that it's an option. Since it is just the middle of the day, I don't really need my lantern on right now. We're gonna try and be sneaky. We're gonna try and avoid the cheetahs as much as we can. I feel like I didn't say that with the most confidence. Like, will we? Can I? I don't know. It's actually been very quiet so far. I have not seen a single cheetah save for the one that was guarding the entrance. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna find 10 just waiting for me. One of them's gonna have a knife, one of them's gonna have a gun. I'm gonna steal all my septums that I worked so hard for. I have a feeling I didn't really want to go this way. I have a feeling that this is them telling me, hey, stop trying to climb over everything. I feel like the texture doesn't look right on that, but no. Oh, they were trying to stop me from parkouring all over the place. Listen, they made it very easy to parkour up here. What was I gonna do, not try it out? Okay, well, there's our first cheetah. Ooh, and immediately, wow, they're good. I didn't even know they could look up that high. Oh, alright. You know what? I understand why they were warning me about the cheetahs. I understand now why they were like, hey, you know, you don't want to really fight them? Okay. That's a lot of cheetahs. Can I maybe bridge this gap right here? Okay. That's what I was trying to do, because now I'm hoping that maybe I can hide up here, that maybe they just won't detect me, or that, you know, if I wait here long enough, they'll forget about me. Not so sure about that, though. This would be a great time to have the throw voice shout. Like, this would have been a very good time to have it. Or, inversely, would have been a really great time to have that feature that so many other games have of like, oh, you're sneaking, throw a rock and distract them. Do you think there's a mod for that? I feel like there's gotta be a mod for that by now. There's a chest down here. The problem is that I just don't know how I'm going to get them away from this. I don't know how I'm going to lure them away. Ooh, they're going to detect me. Yep. And detected. Yep. I had a feeling. They can't reach me, though. I really wish that I could have kind of continued up that path over there with that gate. Maybe there was a pull switch to lower the gate that I missed. Because I feel like that would have been a really great way to avoid the cheetahs altogether. Here's what I'm thinking. What if I lure all of them over here? And then I just start sneaking? Like, what if I just, like, lure them all over here? They try and get up this way to me. And then I go up. I start sneaking, I start hiding, and then when I'm hidden, maybe they won't be by the gate anymore. That or they'll just all reset to their default positions, and it won't matter anyway. The problem is there's still one over here, and I think a couple of them are also coming back. I feel like their detection is just insane. I feel like theirs are just really, really high. Okay, yeah, he's gonna see me. Alright. I'm gonna run for it. Not very sneaky. Not sneaky at all, and I know it. The good news is now I can just put it on and they're just not gonna care anymore, right? It's that simple. See, there you go. I mean, that is indeed a strategy. You could just bum rush it, grab it, and say, hey, we're friends. I know it's just a magical amulet, but imagine if it was just like, oh, this is just drenched in cheetah pheromones. And they're like, oh, the second you put it on, it's like, oh, that's a cheetah. You know, that, yeah. That's the weird looking cheetah, but definitely a cheetah. I know, I smelled him. I feel like one way in which the mod could benefit is if there was maybe more dialogue. I continue to say, and I know I've mentioned it before, but with Benarai being founded, or its current state being founded to wait for you to make sure that you get the Great Cowl, I feel like there's a lot of really cool opportunities to talk to the characters more, for them to maybe help you out on your path, on your journey through the Alakir Desert. And it could have been fun to maybe talk to them after you clear out Shedim, after you get the Amulet of Cheetahs, after you clear out the other different dungeons like the Forgotten City and so on. I think getting that kind of backstory, the discussion, the lore from the characters themselves, I think that could just flesh this out even more. This was a very winding path to get down here. I also just got a little spooked. I was like, oh, this is a cheetah, but we're friends now. Well, like, work friends. We're not hanging out, we're not going out together, but, you know, we see each other at work, we do a little, like, the guy night of, like, hey. And then we just go about our days. There we go. The Oasis of Morasul. We get the nice, big door. It's a fancy door. It's a glowing door. I know, you're not allowed in. I'm sorry. I'd bring you if I could. Listen, the rest of these guys, they're my work friends, but you're my real friend. Don't tell him I said that, though. Got some nice dramatic music going. I'm here for it. I like it. Ooh, okay. This is actually a little bigger, a little more grand than I expected. You know, a lot of time, a lot of effort went into making the mausoleum for, I keep on wanting to say the Grand Champion, for the Champion of Cyrodiil. But hey, the Champion of Cyrodiil was also the Grand Champion of the arena, so it's still a fitting title. It's still an accurate title. The mausoleum discovered. Every time I see one of the busts, I'm hoping that I can interact with it. I'm hoping that there's gonna be maybe another note, maybe another message, but it's only sometimes that I get that chance. I am just checking all the basins again. I'm checking everything out here before I go inside in case I can find my key. Do I have an obsession? Yes. Yes, I do. What about Ancient Vision? Nothing. Okay. I didn't know if there would be anything. I feel like I try using it in places where it doesn't matter, and then I've probably missed places where it does matter and does help. It would almost be cool if there was maybe some sort of indicator in the Alikir Desert, like maybe some sort of little magical effect similar to the Time Moon at the throat of the world, the little kind of, not glittering, but little floating magic particles, just to indicate that maybe you want to use it around here.